We welcome all of you who have come to be participants in this marriage between Charlie and Brooke. As dear friends and as family, you have helped to support their relationship from the very beginning. And by witnessing their marriage ceremony today, Charlie and Brooke ask that you would also share in their future. As we think of that, I want to remind all of us that marriage is a big step. It's a covenant, and it's a promise.
I first met Brooke at a turning point in life, the time from when it was simply worrying about the next exam and what bar we were going to go to on a Wednesday night, to that moment when your world is flipped upside down and the only new constant is uncertainty. In our first few years of being together, we grew up and we grew together faster than I ever imagined, and not because we necessarily wanted to, but because we had to. Now don't let that get you down. Looking back, it was perfect, because I got to see how unbelievably strong you really are. And I did confirm early on that you do not have an ugly cry. On the front lawn of the Florida Pike House, I got a crush on the cute girl wearing cowboy boots and a little blue dress. But it's the driven, strong, intentional, most selfless woman before me I fell in love with. It's not just you I grew to love, but myself. Without your unwavering support throughout the years, there's no way I would be the proud man before you in this moment. You've taught me another level of discipline, dedication, and boundless love. Your unending consideration for others is contagious, and thank God for that, because we all could use a little lesson from you. And lastly, you taught me it's okay to eat sushi 4 times a week, and that's an important one. Now before I end here, I'd like to make a few promises. First, I promise to love you, to never stop falling in love with you, and to always find new ways to keep our love for one another new. Brooke, I promise I'll always be in your corner no matter what the fight, supporting you and everything you do, whether I think it's right or wrong. Of course, you'll get my sideways logic, but in the end, I'm right at your side all the way through. I promise I'll always be there to make it better. Whatever it may be, my duty to you and my greatest pleasure is to better each waking moment, making your heaviest days a bit lighter and your happiest days even brighter. Finally, I promise to make our life as magical as a Harry Potter book, as sappy as a Hallmark Christmas movie, and as fun as having all of your favorite people under one roof with endless drinks and music. I love you.
Charlie, I can't believe our wedding day is finally here. I still find it a little crazy that I'm the one person in this world who gets to spend forever with you. Early morning coffees, Costco runs, and movie and wine nights with you for the next 60 plus years sounds like absolute perfection. And the fact that I get to adventure through this life with you is something I'm grateful for every single day. There are so many things I admire about you. The way you love your family and your friends, how you never hesitate to put anyone before yourself, how you make an effort to make every day for Comet and I the happiest we can be. Even the way you high-pitched laugh when you think your own jokes are really funny, or the fact that you think every single road trip is the perfect time for a Little Caesars hot and ready pizza.
Sure is.
Which I have actually given into that request one time. You're the most selfless, thoughtful, caring person I've ever met, but you've also got this sweet, goofy demeanor that is like no other. You see the best in the world in the people around you, and you bring joy to everyone you meet. Your love is the kind I wish for everyone to have. While we've been through plenty of good and tough times, there's never been a day where I didn't feel so incredibly loved, cherished, or supported to the fullest extent. You don't just love with your heart, but every ounce of you. And I constantly feel like the luckiest girl in the world. There are also a few things I wanted to promise to you today. I vow to love you fiercely, be your biggest supporter, and your forever teammate. I promise to be intentional with our marriage, always striving to learn and love more about one another. I promise to encourage you to pursue your dreams as you do for me. And most importantly, I vow to love you with every ounce of my being and laugh along the way too. I love you, Charles Marshall, and I absolutely cannot wait to finally be your wife.
And receiving the wedding rings, I hereby pronounce they are husband and wife together. What God has joined together, let not man put asunder. And Charlie, you may kiss your beautiful bride.
those guys are gonna end up together. He always had that feeling. And of course, he was right.
I can't tell you how personally happy I am that they found one another, that I'm gaining a brother, but I know that they're gonna have a life full of happiness and joy together.
Really? You pick more boogies than a kid at a jukebox. Boom, roasted.